20. How are things, Eimear?
Things are great, thanks, Paddy. How are you?
A great few days. The sun arrived in this country. Everybody went mental.
They did.
It'll always be as mental if Ireland beat Czechia, formerly known as the Czech Republic, formerly known as something else, tomorrow night, it being Wednesday today, even though we record this on Mondays. So yeah, could be a great week for Ireland this week. Could be a great week. Have you any, we didn't prep this at all now. Have you any World Cup memories? You're a couple of years younger than me now. You're a lot of years younger than me. So
World Cup No, to be honest, I don't. I just remember the song, "We're all part of Charlie's army." Is that
or
how it went?
Jackie's even. Jackie.
Jackie's
Who
army.
the F is Charley?
Sorry. Yeah. No, I've no World Cup memories, Paddy. Did David Beckham get sent off in the World Cup? That might have been like my
He did.
era in the 90s.
98. Yeah,
Yeah,
Diego
that's
Simone.
what I
He
remember.
flicked him in the back of the calf.
I'm just so young, you know.
Just so young. I only heard today because there's a few lads at work and they're big, they're soccer aficionados. I refuse to call it football because football is football.
Yeah.
It's Gaelic. But Ireland have only been in 3 World Cups ever.
Wow.
1990, 94, and Korea Saipan McCarthy versus Roy Keane 2002 when I was doing the junior, sir.
Wow. I hadn't even made my Holy Communion.
There you go. Puts
Yeah.
an age on you. Puts an age on me, that.
No, it's a big week for soccer. Very, very, very excited for it. I never told you this, but my sister recorded a video of my nephew when they were in Switzerland while Troy Parrott, like in that last minute, because my nephew's very animated. And there's a video that went viral on TikTok of him with like 600,000 views and 50,000. It's crazy. I'll send it to you. It's amazing. But the good weather also brought the whole of Ireland onto the golf course, it seemed, which was great.
It was good, yeah. I had a very good in-person lesson last week. We short game for about 40 minutes. And then post-work, we played 7 holes, had a bit of an on-course lesson.
The dream. Talk to me. Tell me about it.
So I was able to say that. After work, before the night fell, we got to play 7 holes.
Paddy, this is the best time of the year. We've 7 months of this now. Yeah.
It's back.
Mm.
When do we get the hour back?
Couldn't tell you. June?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
That's the longest day of the year is in June. When do the clocks go forward? March 29th. Something like that.
What?
When do the clocks go forward in Ireland? Subject to fact check like everything I say, but citizensinformation.ie, 29th of March.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We'll both be on holidays. We'll be in different time zones when the clocks go forward. But when we come back, we'll have evening golf.
Oh my God, we'll get 9 or 10 holes in.
So a great week. Ireland against Czechia Thursday night, tomorrow night. And clocks going forward on Sunday. So yeah.
Book your tea times, folks.
For everyone next week.
Yeah, book your
5:01 tea time.
100%. Funnily enough, Paddy, I played 7 holes as well on Saturday. It's gas that you played 7. Yeah, I was 2 over after 7.
Have you ever done an on-course lesson?
No, never. I've had not many lessons in my life, Paddy.
Yes, we've been through this. We've been through this a little bit.
How was yours? So, like, does he go through strategy, club choice, course management?
Lucky enough, Ryan's only 11 minutes away from the house, right? So this was just like an observation. What does Paddy do in the course? What does the pre-shot routine look like? Is he taking into account, downhill versus uphill, lies and stuff? So there was no commentary about you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It was just observation only. I think the focus was more on, we'd done the short game lesson that morning, so can I translate that to the course within a few hours, right? Between workouts, of course. So it was really interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. So I'm looking forward to round 2, like the next time we're on course, and it will be, have you thought about this? Like, it was more on how I go about playing golf holes. So what do you think about it? And I was like, well, I'm assessing the lie here. Like, will it jump out? Will it not? He was like, yeah, tick the box.
So how did you actually play?
That's what you should be doing.
Don't leave our listeners hanging. What were the scores?
It was just the glory of it. Like, didn't count. I mean, didn't count. Let me think. Bogey, par, double bogey. Got into some tree trouble. Par, bogey, par. So yeah, and all the pars I like birdie putts on them all. I wasn't like scrambling like my life depended on it. So somewhat respectable in front of the PGA Pro.
I think it's hard when you're in front of a coach anyway, or like any sort of pro, and especially when you know they're judging you, because most people don't care about you when they're playing golf. Oh yeah, that's pressure.
I can feel it. I hadn't had caffeine since that morning, and the fingers were tingling. What's happening here? So yeah, but the short game lesson that morning, oh, it's changed my whole world.
Really?
And because it's a part of the game, A, I don't get to practice, and B, I'm literally on damage control because I don't get to practice, right? So
Yeah.
I'm literally, unless it's like perfect life or chip enough with a bit of with a bit of give underneath, like even if I fat this, the bounce will save me type of thing. So I say 30% of the 30% of the chip sauce were done from chip divots.
Okay.
Like, so you have to, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was really, really good. So that video is available. That video is available on the Academy's YouTube channel,
Nice.
which Ryan and Bernard run. So Bernard Quigley of Nest Golf Club. So yeah, go follow that one after you've subscribed to our one,
Of course.
of course. So yeah, I would recommend that. And I suppose the thing is with Ryan, I'm going for a check-in. I'm hitting plenty of buckets. I'm hitting like at least 100 balls a week. Definitely hit about 300 this past weekend with Christopher, Definitely hit 300 chips and 300 big swings, as he says. So if you're doing that amount of hitting balls, then yeah, getting a lesson every 2 weeks or getting a CNT every 2 weeks by your PGA Pro
Nice.
is applicable. Normally I'd say, 6 buckets or 8 buckets or 4 buckets in 12 holes between lessons. That's enough
Okay.
to go on for a pro. Yeah, the worst thing a PGA professional can have is the same lesson over and over and
Yeah.
over because someone just isn't practicing in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
100%.
yeah, I am absolutely psyched to go to America in 2 days' time, and bit of a connection to Matty Fitz, who won there on Sunday. He's a member of Mentida Conch, so I'm graciously being hosted for a couple of days in Mentida Conch by my good pal Keelan. So a bit of a connection there. He's because Matty Fitz is a member there. It's hosted PGA Tour events, Corn Ferry Tour events. It's an exquisite place. So if I'm allowed to take pictures, I'll take pictures and share them away on places.
Nice.
So yeah, looking forward to going on holidays. I've had a long work year, busy social media wise year in terms of just trying to do something consistent and daily. So looking forward to getting away. I don't know will I post much at all, to be honest. My wife
Fair.
would be delighted.
Yeah. I think sometimes we all get these great ideas when we go on holidays, especially to golf places. You're going to post loads. It's actually the opposite. You're busier
Oh,
sometimes than halls.
oh yeah, like we're going for 12 days. I've 4 hall passes for
Nice.
golf. Do you know what I mean? So like it's
Class.
proper holiday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The work stuff, work laptop staying at home,
Nice.
work phone is staying at home. So yeah, I am MIA as far as the global conglomerate is concerned. But yeah, but you're going on holidays as well.
I'm going on holidays too. I'm off to Spain tomorrow, off to Marbella, my favorite place. And we're playing golf and paddle for 5 days. Cannot wait. Although I had a little bit of an accident on Sunday when I was trying to lift my lawnmower into the shed. I should have waited until my husband came home, but I'm an independent woman and I wanted to do it myself. And as I was lifting and dragging the lawnmower, and I knew I was trying to lift it up in and then twist it on its side, but it's very heavy. And I heard a tiny little pop on my wrist.
Oh, not
And it has
ooh.
been very, very, I even had to cancel paddle on Monday night because I was in so much pain. So fingers crossed I haven't done too much damage, but that's all good. I'll still be off to Spain, still have a ball, and just take loads of ibuprofen.
Now, in my maturity, you will learn that you will wrap that, and the first thing you'll go see in Marbella is a physio.
Yeah.
Having a princess band-aid on it, like you showed there,
It's not-
that
it's
the
actually
viewers can see on YouTube.
it's my knee. It's my knee tape. It's actually like really good.
It's that okay.
Oh,
What is it
funny.
called? Kinesio tape, is it?
Yeah,
Is that it?
that's the best thing ever. I have it on my knee all the time. It's amazing. But
Yeah.
but no, it's all good. And I actually managed to play some golf, as I said, on Saturday, 2 over after 7. Scrambled 4 times and got up and down every time. which
Where'd
was
you play
brilliant.
Saturday? Where'd you play?
Limerick Golf Club, Ballyclock.
Oh, very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's
Played
in,
7 holes.
it's in the top 10.
It is in the top 10 and it's a good
We'll get to
segue
that.
in. And
We'll get
before
to that.
we really dive into this, ladies and gentlemen listening, Paddy had an amazing idea for us to do our top 10 ranked courses. Now, I want to give the listeners full context here because when I did my rankings, I was thinking about the course itself, the experience I've had there, what I can remember, because I've played a lot of golf courses in Ireland, but I just can't remember every course. And I was in the car coming home from work, so I was trying to write out my list every single time the car stopped. And I even forgot Portumna. And I don't even know how I did that, but I did. And then I was so embarrassed. So for anybody listening, and you see all the hate I got and all those comments, and even in my DMs, the hate I got, I'm sorry, but I did my best at the moment in time.
We'll get to them now in a minute. We have some news to cover. So
Oh,
there's some big news on the 9 to 5 front, and I was delighted to see it. Is one of my favourite golfers. Charlie bit my finger. No, Charlie Hull is confirmed for the 2020 KPMG Women's Irish Open at the South Course in the K Club. Tell me all about it.
oh my God, Paddy. This was one of the most exciting announcements we've ever had for the tournament because Charlie Hull played in the tournament last year, and getting her to come back, especially while there's a huge LPGA event on at the same week, was such a
Yeah,
win for us. And it just shows how good the tournament is, how much she respected it. And even her quote said, "I'm excited to return to the KPMG Women's Irish Open this summer. Last year was my first time playing an event in Ireland and it exceeded all expectations. The family friendly atmosphere is one of the best crowds I have played in front of and a highlight from last year's." Look, it was something that myself and the team had been working on for a few weeks, and just like getting it over the line is amazing. So Charlie Hall is coming to the K Club from the 27th to the 30th of August
it's fun.
2026. Tickets are on sale now.
Tickets are on sale now. Go get them. We'll put them in the show notes below actually this week. If you do want to pick up your tickets, I'll take care of the admin there. No worries. Do you think, and you don't have to disclose any black magic, do you think, so Annabelle Dimmock won it 2 years ago in Carton House, and she's best mates with Charlie. And Annabelle is back playing golf now a little bit. She's getting her lessons from her socials. So hopefully she'll be able to tee it up later on this year as well. We'll see how the body is, etc. And being a mom, and it's tough leaving the kids to go to work. Essentially, it's not going to play golf. That's their job.
Yep.
Do you think them being great mates is like Charlie wants to win it because Annabelle won it?
I'd say so.
Maybe.
Charlie Hull goes to every tournament wanting to win anyway, and she's capable of it.
100%.
So, yeah, I would say the answer to that would be yes, for sure. Both their names, oh my God, that would be so cool. Two best friends with their names on the same trophy.
That would be pretty class. That would be
Mm.
pretty class. And it would be three English ladies as well if Charlie won
Yes.
it. It would be
Yeah.
Annabelle and
Lottie.
then Lottie, and the first tournament as a pro, wasn't it?
It was
Or
actually her
second?
first amateur tournament in Europe. And then she
Right.
went to a Monday, I think, as a pro, and she came third. And then she
Yeah,
won
and
in Scotland. Her pro,
that's right.
or maybe
That's
won her
right.
pro debut in Scotland. I need to double check that.
She won her pro debut and then she won the Irish Open. And then yeah, we could have Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie out. So my sister-in-law's daughter, she is 12 and has been playing golf since around 6 or 7 and is infatuated with a certain Mrs. Hull or Miss Hull. I never get that right. Mrs. with a dot. I don't know. So yeah, with Charlie.
Ah.
Infatuated with her. So yeah. I'll get on to Terry and say there's a certain couple of weeks in August you need to be home. Small Amelia, which is not small anymore, she's 12, will be off school.
Mm.
In terms of other championships to watch out for in 2026, I follow the RNA Golf Instagram, and they put out really good content on YouTube and on socials and stuff. So they named out 4 championships to watch, and they're the big ones. So 12th to the 14th of June is the Curtis Cup, and that's in Bel Country Club, Fresh Prince Country. So hopefully we'll have some Irish representation there, not looking at people like Beth Coulter and those folks. Then we have the Amateur Championship is in one of my favourite places, Royal Liverpool, Hoylake, and that's on in West Lancs as well. That's in the 15th to the 20th of June. And then the Women's Amateur is in Moorfield in Scotland. And then, of course, the Walker Cup is on our shores in a certain place called Lahinch.
Mm-hmm.
Lahinch in County Clare. And that is from the 5th of September, 5th, 6th, and
Yeah, it's the
7th of
5th to
September,
the
I think.
6th of September. But also, not on that list is the Arnold Palmer Cup, which is in
Oh,
Tralee
that's right.
from the 2nd to the 3rd to the 5th of July. God, there's
Would
so
you
much
believe
good golf.
I was there the weekend and I couldn't tell you. And I took pictures of the signage as well to send a couple of people.
Oh,
And I can't remember
nice.
the date. I can't remember the dates myself. Yeah, July 3rd to the 5th. So we'll do our best here if people are interested of us to go on places and
Yeah.
showing you what's what. We'll do our best to get there. But yeah, if you are thinking of holidays, and I do maybe think that's the reason I'm mentioning it, is if people are planning holidays for this summertime, maybe not Bel Air, might be a stretch. Airbnb would be still quite expensive in that part of town. But Royal Liverpool West Lancs in the middle of June, and you can catch the Amateur Championship look at all the greats that have gotten to latter stages of the amateur championship, the Fleetwoods, and Irish players, etc. And then the women's amateurs, like a trip to Scotland. So like you go
Mm.
to Ghost that for a couple of days, or around Muirfield.
Yeah.
And of course, who doesn't love a seaside trip to L.A. Hinch? I'm trying to think of a D4 joke, but it's not coming to me. But yeah, L4, just out of the cliffs of Moher, in Lahinch. But yeah, I do know that accommodation for the Walker Cup in Lahinch and the immediate surrounds is already gone. So if you are thinking of making the trip, make that phone call to a cousin you never knew you had and book the bunk bed or whatever. But yeah, just if people are planning holidays, I mentioned there's a couple of massive global amateur events in the UK and in our own shores later this year.
Yeah, can't wait for them. Hopefully we'll be at the Arnold Palmer, and of course we will be in Lahinch for the Walker Cup. But as Paddy said, if people want us to actually cover these events properly and try speak to a couple of the players and meet the team managers, let us know, because we will do it if that's of interest to you guys.
Absolutely. We'll get, what's that Will Ferrell quote, get the people going. If you want to get the people going
Get
and
the
you want
people
to see
going.
certain things from
Yeah.
certain courses, certain events, we'll do our best. We'll book the PTO if you can't.
Yeah.
And we'll get there. They're on some fantastic golf courses: Bel-Air, Royal Liverpool, Muirfield, Lahinch, the Who's Who. Often maybe in people's top tens. Eimear, how'd you like that segue? Huh? Tell you.
Oh Jesus.
Telling you, epic. So as I said, I caught you on the hop. I said, come here to me. What's your top 10 Parkland courses and top 10 links courses there? And they were steadily coming through. And I was like, great, I've made this graphic. I'm going to post it. Obviously, you were right, didn't reply. So I took the executive decision and posted it anyway.
Yeah. And just so everybody
You're
knows,
welcome.
I didn't see it until it was live. And I didn't see it until my DMs, I started getting hate. So much hate. I'd say we lost a listener or two. But I still stand with my choices, because I didn't go on just the course layout. And if I did, I would make a couple of changes, but I went on the full experience. And sometimes if you have such an amazing experience at the course, you don't really remember what the course was like, if it was good or bad, because you've enjoyed your experience. And also in Ireland, guys, weather is so bad a lot of the time that I'm sure all of these courses that I mentioned, I had a sunny day, and that makes all the difference. It really does. So
it does.
Will I go through my Parkland list, and then
let's take the Parkland list, and the caveat is we had to have played them. That was the big caveat. So there's a number on, of course, of omission, of course, because I've been lucky enough to get around the country. I've been playing golf a long time. And that affected some of my rankings. Some people were like, oh, this course should be higher. And I was like, yeah, but it's like 8 years since I played there. So there will be a bit of recency bias.
Yeah.
And that's the glorious thing about rankings. They are, they're my opinion.
Yes.
And everyone's entitled to their opinion. We don't all have to be wet wipes about it. That's a Charley Hull phrase that I saw on her social media last week, and I've been using it all the time.
It's so true. Okay,
top 10 Parkland courses. Start
Okay.
number 10, go to number 1. Tell us why.
Okay. Starting at number 10, Ballyneety, Mount Juliet, Lochgarn, Headford Championship, Limerick Golf Club, Dromoland Castle, Carton House, O'Meara, Killarney, Killeen, Wooden Bridge, and number 1 is Adair Manor. Okay, I just want to go into, first of all, the Limerick golf courses, Ballyneety and Limerick Golf Club. Guys, it does not matter if it's not one of the highest ranked golf courses in Ireland. They are such nice courses. The staff are so lovely. And I've played these courses so many times that I play good golf on them. So that was another reason. It's not like, yes, I've been so lucky to play some amazing golf courses, but like, I just really like these courses. And if they're in my top 10, they're in my top 10. And then I put down Wooden Bridge. And I think when we started, that was my number 2, because when we started this golf podcast, I had just played Wooden Bridge before that. It was one of the most beautiful days in Ireland, and the golf course was in the best shape it possibly was. And I had to rank it number 2 because the fairways were immaculate. The greens were rolling absolutely perfectly. The sky was blue. The grass was cut. The food was amazing. The staff was amazing. So look, this is where the rankings come from. People did ask me, why did you have Mount Juliet ahead or behind Dromoland? And my answer was, well, I actually love Dromoland and I shot the best round of my year last year, 76 at Dromoland
Whoa.
Castle. And it's such a hard course. So of course I love that golf course now, you know. So there was just, that was sort of my rationale around like actually picking my top golf courses in Ireland.
No, cool. No, cool.
And also, one more thing. Sometimes on this podcast, and you know this as well, Paddy, we talk about the big, fancy, really expensive. And when I was going through this list while I was
the marquee
parking,
courses, the
yeah,
places people travel the world to go
yeah,
play.
yes,
People travel 8 hours on a flight from Newark, or I think it's 6 hours this way. There's a bit of a tailwind. And they try and fit as much golf as they can in they play 10, 12 courses in 6, 7 days. Try and get round them all because it's a once in a lifetime trip.
yeah,
And for Ireland, they're on our doorstep,
yeah.
so.
But that's the thing. And when I was doing this again, as people, just so you understand, I did absolutely rush it. I was also thinking, Eimear, you can't just name the 10 most expensive fancy golf courses in Ireland because it's just not reasonable for people to be able to go play
And
every
you
one
have
of
to
them.
have played them. You have to have
Yeah,
played them. There are rules.
yeah,
Other media agencies and global golf magazines have their rules and they've panels.
yeah,
They've panels because they can't get around to them all. So they're like, oh, you've to cover this 50 courses and play them this year and update your rankings.
yeah,
And it's kind of like a median
yeah,
of rankings. That's where I understand. Like we say golf.com have a panelist, or
mm,
official top 100 have panelists per country of like
yeah,
8 to 10 people, and they bring in their rankings, and then they take a median of where it is.
yeah.
And if enough golf courses, send them enough brown envelopes, they might be ranked higher as well. Which I know has happened in the past in Ireland, I
Yeah.
believe. So yeah, like
So,
our rules are you have to have played it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what are so your top 10 Parkland?
Parkland courses. So number 10, Clarny Clean. Again, played it like pre-COVID. So, like
Love
like
it.
like what is it, AD and BC, This is BC before COVID.
Ha!
A lovely day. Um Hermitage, I think, is the biggest sleeper of a golf course in this country. I don't think many people know about it. Um I think the local joke is like his Royal Lucan, but let's not say that. But Hermitage, it's a smashing golf course. The condition that is kept in is incredible. Like I've been looking to play it 3 times. Um, I didn't play it last year, so it was the year before. So I played it maybe annually up to that. Post COVID, PC. But I gotta tell you, like, hopefully we have to get on course in a couple of weeks. And it's like if I had to take a day off work, and the option was here, Hermitage next Tuesday, weather is like 16 degrees. Are you available? I'd be like, manager, I need to take next Tuesday off, because that was kind of my logic for these rankings. Like, would I take a day off work?
Nice.
And would I play, if it was Hermitage or Killarney, which one would I pick? Would I pick Hermitage? That's 9 instead of 10. McCredden blew me away last year. It was actually the image on that graphic is the one I took of McGinley's index number 1. Blew me away again. If we're doing an event this year of Scratch Social Society gets going, that webpage is almost ready, folks, on scratchsocialsq.com. That'll be one of the first places I would hope to go. It's the perfect place for like a golf day, a corporate event, because it has to be buggy golf, because it's an absolute trek between golf holes. You're up and down the side of a mountain. So they have them all. They have like the biggest fleet of buggies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But the course, it completely backs it up. So yeah. Then I have Portumna. Haven't played that since BC.
Oh, it's so good.
But I've played it 5 or 6 times because a couple of good friends of my dad's are members there. Played there. Drummond and Castle, I actually played it a lot over the last 4 years between Women's Irish Open and Media Days. Thank you very much. Or indeed Junior Cup with Lahinch. We came up against Drummond, so I got a couple of practice days, and so I played it 3 or 4 times the year before last. And I played a lot as a junior as well. And I gotta say, Eamon and team down there are doing a phenomenal job with that place, because it wouldn't have been on my list 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Would not be in the top 10, be in the top 20, but not in the top 10. Clean Castle, again, another absolute sleeper of a golf course. If you go to Clean Castle, I don't know how they're not filling the fairways. because every time I've been there, it could be the peak of the summer. I've played it like maybe 4 times because Fort Golf Custom is based out there, so you might make a day of it. Just saying, folks, it had the Solheim Cup. It's one of the best parklands in the country. Challenge Tour was there last year. I
Yeah.
think it's there again. It's there again this year.
Yeah.
So it's a tour course. Won't say any more about it. Mount Juliet, again, been looking up. It's an hour down the road. That's why Nace is the place. You can get get to a lot of golf courses within an hour. And again, just a phenomenal golf course. And a lot of it as well is, the WGC was there for 2 years. So I wasn't at it, but I recorded it on VHS, Tiger winning. So in my head is all these visuals of like Tiger walked these fairways and Tiger hit this golf shot. I think it's the 8th hole. It's a par 5. He hit driver 6 iron all 4 days, and I'm here hitting driver 3-wood pitching wedge. So it has those memories for me. So it's up high. The K Club North, one of the first tournaments I ever went to, was the Smurfit European Open there. Again, phenomenal golf course. It's had multiple Irish Opens. It's had the Ryder Cup. Again, loads of nostalgia, loads of history. Druids Glen, it's just had a makeover. Consistency bias. I played it the week before we put on these rankings, but I played it before they made the change. I played it recently again. So there's a phenomenal stretch of golf house there, and Adair Manor. Like, you can't get better. You cannot get better. It's the Augusta of Europe. Because I caddied the JP a couple of years ago, I overheard some conversations between the pros on the range, and they were asking each other, because was it the November Masters post-COVID? It was kind of the Muddy Masters, and they were like, people in the golf pros on the range are asking, we've had a couple of rounds here now. We've had the practice day, and we've had yesterday, and this is like day 2 of the JP. So Augusta are here, and they were like very much 50-50 on it. And not comparing it to the Muddy Masters, comparing it to like April Masters condition.
Nice.
So I don't know if that feedback got back to the powers that be in the golf course at Adair Manor. But yeah, that's why it's number 1. You will not get a better golf course. You will not get a better experience. You're asked how you're doing and how can I help you 3 times before you get to the car park. Yeah. Sorry for going on so long, but yeah. Contentious. Rankings are contentious. I like to add a bit of context.
Well, look, everybody knows our context now. So what we'll do is just read out our other list. Don't have to explain anything in too much detail, everyone, because I was getting DM'd about my links choices. But I'll start at number 10. And again, it's all about, for me, experience, feeling, how I played, the weather that day, all that. Because one of the courses you mentioned, and I won't actually say which one in your Parkland rankings, I really don't like it, and I'll tell you why. Because I had the worst weather of all time, and we had to leave the course after 9 holes. Couldn't play, couldn't hold the club was slipping, balls lost, the full shebang. So guys, it's all about like conditions. Like, conditions just play such a part in this. But anyway, so starting at number 10 and then all the way to number 1.
Links courses, Eimear's top 10 links courses. Here
yes, my top 10 links courses. 10 Counchabale, 9 Lahinch, 8 Sea Point Golf Links. I know that's half Parkland as well, but I love it. I won a Pro-Am on it once. 7 Carn, 6 Doonbeg. I absolutely love Doonbeg as a golf course. 5 County Louth, 4 Tralee Golf Links. Love Tralee. 3 Enniscrone, 2 County Sligo, and number 1 Ballybunion. And I do think my ranks are going to stay because I am playing Ballybunion in 2 weeks, and then I'm playing Tralee in 4 weeks, and I'm very excited. Very lucky. Very lucky. So yeah, that's my links. And
so I'll ask you, why is Ballybunion higher than Lahinch?
I've played Ballybunion more times. I've played very well at Ballybunion. I've had a lovely experience at Ballybunion. Lahinch is great. I just don't have a lot of memories of it. Like, the course is fab, but yeah, that's why.
It's all right. That's valid. Do you know what the great thing about an opinion is? Everybody has one.
Yep.
And that's grand. Because you may have been gotten some DMs. Give me some examples of the DMs you got. You don't have to name and shame them, but just to give an example.
Okay, where will I start?
And maybe some of these, I watched The Manosphere with my wife on Netflix this week. I have a very simple rule. And if I can't say it in front of my mother, then I don't say anything at all. So maybe some of these DMs are a bit like that. But let's see. Go on, give us a flavour.
Okay, here we go. Poor Dromoland. Not sure which is worse, the fact you put Carton ahead of Dromoland or Lahinch in capital letters number 9. this is all in capital letters, then controversial. And then I was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then then this same person goes, I think you were asking for it with that list. And then I explained that I was, basing
Yeah,
it.
the
And then this
context.
person said, well, I guess rating the actual courses versus experience there can actually lead to two very different lists indeed. Probs need a list for best course and best experience. Doonbeg a great course, but not a better course than Lahinch.
I have to stop DMing you off my burner account, I think. Right.
Yeah, and a lot of things, like a lot of the general comments were controversial, controversial, controversial.
So when anybody DM me, I was like, what's your top 10?
I loved that.
And very few, no, I was getting plenty of DMs. What's your top 10? Very few then even replied.
Yeah.
And to those that did, fair play. I'm going to
Yeah.
love the conversation, and we can all share a pint or a cup of coffee afterwards. You're not going to fall out over it.
No, and I have to say, I actually, like, just for anybody listening who saw this freaking course rankings gate on it was actually so funny and so exciting and the adrenaline rush. It was absolutely hilarious. So I feel like we need to do more topics like this and really get people talking, because people really
Get the
did
people
start
going.
talking. Yeah.
Get the people going.
Yeah.
Paddy's top 10 sausage rolls at the halfway house might have the same effect. My top 10 links courses in order: 10 Ballybunion, 9 the Island, 8 the Wide Atlantic links in Cairn, because they do have 2 courses up there, 7 Old Head Golf links, which I got a bit of flack about because they're like, there's not even a links course. Onan, 6 Tralee golf links, 5 St. Patrick's links, 4 Royal County Down, which people are like, 4? How's that number 4? I can explain in a minute. 3 the Knock Portmarnock. I don't think we'll be seeing those hats. You know those hats that they have in America, like Pine for Pinehurst, or I don't think I don't think we'll be seeing a hat called like Knock for Portmarnock anytime soon.
No.
Maybe for the airport. On the other side of the country. Number 2, Lahinch, where I'm a member, and number 1, which I got a bit of grief from some friends of mine back home, that I have Royal Portrush as number 1. And 18, Lahinch is number 1, but Royal Portrush is my number 1. And it is that thing of, I'm a member, so I can play Lahinch anytime I want. But if I was to get offered a tea time by a friend at home or by new friends I have in Portrush, I'd probably, because the road trip is a little bit longer to Portrush, but 30 minutes longer for me, I would play Portrush. I would take the tea time up north. Like the Lahinch of Portrush thing for me, so hopefully my membership won't be rescinded because of this top 10. Please don't rescind my membership. But it's just that thing, like it's preference, it's personal preference. If I had 10 days, how many times would I play Lahinch? Probably 5 and 5 between Lahinch and Portrush. But if I had a tea time tomorrow in both and I had to pick, I'd probably pick Portrush.
Nice.
Because the Open, Shane Lowry winning there, the visuals, it's had 3 Opens, like the best has played there. There is not a weak hole there. There isn't a weak hole in Lahinch, but in Portrush you can play the open tees.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the reason for me. Ballybunion is number 10. Royal County Down is number 4. They're still in the top 10, in my opinion, of the courses I played in Ireland. Some notable places that aren't in there because I haven't played them. Port Salon. I haven't played all 18 in Nairn and Portneuf. I didn't put the European in because it's been changed. It would be in there, but it does not exist anymore. And it's going to be something exquisite, but exquisitely different in 18 months' time or 2 years' time. So they were the notable. I haven't played Lough Erne, Leave Russell, Wild Belfast. There's 3 or 4 more.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of where there is North of Ireland qualifying. It's a parkland course up north. I can't remember it. They used to sponsor Tom McGibbon, but I can't remember.
Galgorm.
There we go. Thank you, dear co-host of mine. Thank you very much. So yeah, there's 5 or 6 notables of the marquee courses not there, and that's the reason. Ballybunion's number 10. Often, and a lot of people's number 1. Royal County Down is number 4. It's your number 1. Royal County Down is number 4. Oftentimes in golf.coms and Fisher Top 100, it's the number 1. It's not mine because it's my opinion. I played it on my own, Royal County Down, at 3 p.m. in the day. Perfect weather. Definitely took, no joke, not exaggerating, I took over 300 photos of the 9th hole.
Wow.
Right? Maybe because I wasn't very good, because I can only use about 3 of them these days, so I must go back because I'm better with the camera these days. But for me, and this might drive opinion and might affect me being brought or being play these courses in the future. But in my opinion, Ballybunion, 7 and 8, 11 to 18th holes, are some of the best on this planet, let alone in this country. Royal County Down, hole 1s to 12, are out of this world, different planet, some of the best on this globe. However, the other holes are not to the same standard, in my own personal opinion. Right? So, without being smart or jokey, because we're spoilt on this country with standard of golf course, and because I'm personally spoilt, having grown up in an Alistair Mackenzie designed one of the best golf courses on the globe, maybe I have heightened expectation of a certain golf course. And when you go to Royal County Down, the first 12 holes blow your head off, and then it kind of disappears for 5 or 6 holes, and then 18 blows your head off again. But there is that lull thing in the standard and in the layout. But it is phenomenal golf course. And in Ballybunion, number 1's a lovely opening hole, just like we have here at home. But then 2 until 7, you could be on another Irish. It doesn't blow your head off like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you know. And that's my opinion. And that little par 3, that pitch and wedge, I'm like, no, not for me. Back-to-back par 3 is not for me. But again, it's for me, my opinion. So that's why. That is all. And Old Head is a links course. It's just not it's not sand. It's not sand-based links. A links is, you know, the portion of land between the sea and the land. It links those things two together. It's a cliff top links. That's what it is. Rolling. There we go. So there's the context. Keep letting us know what your top 10s are. If there's other contentious lists you want us to cover, let us know. I just thought of a quiz for you for next week.
Lovely.
I'm going to ask you on the top 10 globally list.
Oh, so nice. Yeah,
do your homework. Do your
I
homework.
can work with
the
that.
Weakest thing.
I can work with that.
Competition starts next week.
Sounds good. Now, our next segment on the podcast is actually one of our favourite parts of the show. It's our community questions piece. And
yes, it is.
This is the stuff that we don't think of, but funnily enough, one of the topics that came up, I was discussing it last night. It's the stuff we might avoid, maybe get us in trouble. And if you want to get involved, as always, email us at podcast@ScratchSocialHQ or slide into the DMs at ScratchSocialHQ. Paddy, we had a DM from the US on Scratch.
We did from the US. And because it was from the US, from Will, thanks for getting in touch, Will, I said, geez, I might have a little tiptoe into the analytics here on who listens where. So 15% to listeners, and we've over 4,000 downloads, over 19 episodes. So thanks everyone for pressing play. But 15% of you are Yanks. How's it going, lads? I wonder what percentage Irish you are. But yeah, from Will on Instagram, this is his message. Good evening. We obviously got it late, early morning. I've enjoyed listening to your clips as my dad and I plan our first golf trip to Ireland from the United States. One question I keep going back and forth on is if I should hire caddies for our rounds. Any thoughts or recommendations on that? We're set to play the Island, Waterville, Tralee and Ballybunion at the end of April. Now,
what? Let's just start off by saying well done on booking 4 amazing golf courses in Ireland.
Fair play. I'd say after you played the Island, I don't know if you're staying over in Dublin or hitting the road then to get to Kerry for your 3 rounds. Whatever about caddies, I'd say what you need to experience is the Irish deli experience. So you need to stop in a service, because I've been to 7-Elevens in the States, SH1T, pure shite, right? There isn't a chicken roll to be seen. What Irish people, what Irish culture, Irish hospitality has done better than any place else in the world is the deli experience. Yeah. What's the deli order, Eimear? What's your deli order? You do plenty of driving between Limerick and North Dublin.
I do.
What's your deli order?
My deli order is a brown wrap, southern fried hot chicken, tiny bit of mayo, tiny bit of lettuce, tiny sprinkle of cheese, little bit of red onion, 1 chopped boiled egg, toasted. Good luck and thanks. Can of Coke Zero.
So, Will, I know you asked about caddies, but you're getting something completely different first.
Oh, we'll go into the caddies after. We need,
in a second.
We need to have a hot chicken roll.
So if you're staying overnight and going down in the morning, you need to get a breakfast roll. There's even a song about the breakfast roll.
I know all the lyrics.
Right. Well, when we do karaoke in Portslade, you can sing that one.
Yeah.
But if you're driving down between like 11:30 and 2:30, because deli's kind of close 2:30 3 p.m., you want a hot chicken roll. And my order is very culty. Don't give me any rabbit food in it. I want the southern fried chicken, which will be nothing like the southern fried chicken you might have in the States. Southern fried chicken, the spicy one, butter on the roll, cheese, grated cheese, cheddar one, and I'll have a bit of ketchup on it. Thank you very much. And cut it in half.
Ketchup is a bit rogue.
Oh, like Townies in Ennis when I was 14, 15.
Wow.
St. Flannan's introduced me to ketchup on rolls. I used to go to Texaco across the road in school during the leaving cert. Break between the exams, I'll go over. Can I have wedges in a roll?
Kev does that.
With cheese and ketchup. It must be a Claire thing.
It must be. Okay, but Paddy,
I haven't had one in years. But yeah, Will, that's what you need to do. You need the deli experience. Morning breakfast roll, afternoon chicken roll.
Sorry, I think we need to start a movement for all the American tourists coming to Ireland. Paddy, you are actually a genius. Guys, if you're listening and you're coming to Ireland, when you're going from golf course to golf course, get a hot chicken roll. Your life will never be the same.
Absolutely. Or get one in the morning and have it on course. Never be stuck.
God.
Tom Kennedy in EIG Travel and all his buses, they know where all the good delis are down the west. Other tour companies are available. All good bus drivers know where a good deli is.
Oh, they do. But let's get back to the actual question.
Back to the question. Right. Caddies, absolutely yes. Absolutely, yes. You don't need to worry about yardages then. You don't need to worry about what's in your bag. You don't need to worry about where's the next hole. You don't need to worry about any of that stuff. And do you know what you can just focus on? The walk. Get your head up. Because if you're carrying your bag or pushing your bag, where do you tend to be looking? About 2 yards in front of your feet at the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll never forget that, yeah.
I think...
You get to look around.
Will, when we got your message, I was saying to Paddy, I had just been discussing this with my own husband last night because we are going to Tralee in 2 weeks and Ballybunion. I've played Tralee, this is probably my 5th time, and Ballybunion maybe my 4th. And we're getting a caddy between us because there's one thing going to one of the most amazing golf courses in Ireland, but as Paddy said, you get to enjoy the walk. They will talk to you about wind, club choice. They will find your ball in the rough. This is the thing. You don't have to get 2 caddies. You can get 1 caddy between 2. They're absolutely amazing. They look after the both of you, but the big thing is even if you hit a good drive and it's a windy day, it could end up in the rough. And if you're not experienced with links, like your ball's going to be lost. Whereas if the caddy will pinpoint exactly where it went in and tell you exactly how to get out. So yeah, you're going to enjoy the experience all round if you guys have a caddy between you.
Absolutely. I would also say I caddied in Lahinch from 2000 until 2009. But is that 10 seasons?
Wow.
Put me through college. At one stage, I was earning more than my dad. You know, the 05, 06, peak Celtic Tiger years, like caddying for Wall Street investment bankers. I'll never forget standing on the 12T and I was caddying for 2 lads and there was another caddy caddying for the other 2 lads. But they weren't part of the same group. They're like on separate tours. And they got on to, what you do, Bill, and what you do, Frank, or whatever their names are. And it panned out that they were actually working for like different investment firms. So like if they were seen to be playing together, they could have been accused of like insider trading. They're like, we cannot, you work in that firm. Like, okay, so like if we knew that in the first tee, we would request to be paired with somebody else because like we could be in serious shit.
Wow.
But yeah, that was peak stuff. But what I prided myself on, and most of that knowledge is now gone, so I need to read that 125 years of history book with Christopher again, is the history of the course.
Yeah, the stories. Oh, I love it.
The stories. Yeah. That just hit like when it was founded, like this hole, that hole changes where this green used to be. I used to love giving people a look forwards into the round. So on the back of the second tee, Lahinch, I'd bring them right back to the blue tee. And the 4th hole goes alongside it at the back, perpendicular in the valley below. So they get a view of that. They can see how tight the fairway is. They can see what's over the dune in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
And do that. I do that in a couple of different holes. But I'd also play to who has played the course. So like Tom Watson on the 9th hole back in the mid-80s stood there when there was a fraction of the houses around. Stood in the top of the golf. It's the very peak of the golf course. So you get people to do their panoramic photo there. Tom Watson stood there and was like, he said this in 1980, whatever, this is the most spectacular view in golf, this 360 view and whatever. I still say I tee up like John Burke. John Burke won this out loads of times, would have competed against JB Carr a lot back in the 30s, 40s. and he just throw down the ball and hit it. No tee, no nothing. But on the 9th hole, you want to be on the left-hand side of the fairway in a particular corner. It all funnels down there anyway. John Burke's corner. So like all this type of nuggets of information where if you didn't have a caddy, you'd be like, not really special about that 9th hole.
Yeah.
But now you do. Now you've highest spot in the golf course, panoramic photo. Tom Watson stood here in the 80s. John Burke, this legend of Irish golf, used to play it in this certain way and all that type of thing. So yes, Will, get a caddy.
Yes.
DM us and I'll get on. I know the caddy master in Tralee and I have friends in the island, so I can ask for caddy recs and you can pre-book them if you like. So let us know if you want us to do that. You know where we live.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's time for our weekly game. Excited.
I'm in trouble.
Okay, so for the last
I hate being on this side. My parents are teachers, so I hate getting the questions.
Oh, funny. I love it. So for the last 2 weeks, everyone, we've played a game called Name That Player and we've been guessing golfers. So my first one was Tommy Fleetwood. Then you gave me, was it Jordan Spieth? No, I gave you Jordan Spieth.
You gave me Jordan Spieth. You were nice to me.
Yes, exactly.
I gave you Tommy Fleetwood and then I gave you... Who was last week?
Alex Noren.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I think I've been a bit gentle on you, but we'll give it a go anyway. Okay, Paddy.
I won 4 times in a single European season. Alex Noren loves to practice.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Hit me.
So, name that player. Clue 1. I was the first player from my country to win on the PGA Tour.
That could be VJ. That could be a Canadian guy who I can't remember. That could be Irish. That could be a lot of things. I'll need clue number 2, please.
Okay. Clue number 2, my nationality is not traditionally associated with elite golfers.
The VJ Singh. Okay, so that will rule out Australia. That will countries not associated with elite golfers. So Australia is, South Africa is, Ireland is, England is. Angel Cabrera.
No, but good guess. Okay.
Clue 3, please.
I think I then was a bit kind here, so I'm going to switch my clue 3 and my clue 4. So my clue number 4 is I'm known for my laid-back personality. I smile a lot, and my clothing sponsor often puts me in quirky t-shirts.
That's Victor Hovland.
Yes. I was too good.
Lindbergh does him dirty. Normally does him dirty Masters Week as well.
Yeah. And you know what? I said to myself, will I add in the t-shirt bit? And then I was like, no, I will. Because clue number 4 then, this was not in my clues, but then I added it in. It said I won a US amateur, but I was one of Europe's standout players in Rome. And then clue number 5 was I won the FedEx Cup in 2023. I was a bit sound.
Interesting.
You
were sound. Yeah, you were sound. Yeah, anyway. You were sound. Well, I have loads ready, so I'm going to ask you one. I'm going to give people an extra bit of value this week.
Oh.
I'm going to give people an extra bit of value because I have this primed and ready.
Oh, I actually wasn't expecting this. Okay.
No. See, I asked ChatGPT for like 30 players.
Oh,
so
nice.
I have them good to go.
Yeah.
Good to go. All right. Name that player. Eimear McManus. Clue number 1. I once famously called myself a top 5 player in the world.
Not Bryson.
I once famously called myself.
That's so familiar. It's ringing such a bell. Because it caused such controversy after. Was it an English guy? Oh my God, it's starting to come back.
I don't know.
He said he was a top 5 player. This happened like 2 years ago. Okay,
God knows.
Next clue.
I'm known for short game brilliance.
Phil Mickelson? Not Jordan Spieth. Number 3.
I won a green jacket.
Jordan Spieth. 1 sec now.
So Jordan has been number 1 in the world, hasn't he? He's definitely got to number 2.
Danny Willett.
Never called himself a top 5 player. No.
Who called himself a top 5?
You might need these answers for like our master special, so good guesses, but maybe 2 weeks too early.
Yeah. Danny, who else won a green jacket? Patrick Reed did. Was it Patrick Reed that said it? Okay, I'm going to guess Patrick Reed.
It is Patrick Reed. You would have gotten it because I say you would have gotten it. The next clue was my Ryder Cup nickname involved Captain America.
Oh yeah. P. Reed.
And number 5 is my wife blocks everyone on social media.
Yeah. Are you?
So there we go.
No, it's not you. Somebody from Ireland is blocked on social media from Patrick Reed's wife.
I think it's one of the golf journalists, I think.
Yeah.
Can't remember who.
Hilarious.
I'll ask my good friends in Irish Golfer magazine. I think Roland's been okay. think Rowan's
Oh,
okay with
he
them.
was blocked from someone. I'm sure he was. Was it Greg Norman?
Let's
Maybe.
not get him in more trouble. Let's not get him in any more trouble.
No. He's a great journalist, an amazing journalist. Okay, we got 3. We both got them on the third guess, so we're 3-3 now in the match.
Okay, well, you're keeping score of that one. I'm just here
Yeah.
for the good times.
Yeah.
Okay, up and down of the week. It's that time. That motto belongs on a mug or a t-shirt. Eimear, what's your up and down of the week?
So my up is that I played very well the other day. Got up and down every time, pardon the pun, and really looking forward to my holiday. And my down was just that I twinged my wrist, but it's absolutely fine. And
It's
yeah,
absolutely fine. I'm just going to swallow half the global supply of ibuprofen over the next 4 days.
yes, sir. But yeah, no, look, all good. These things happen, and you just have to manage them. What is your up and down of the week, Paddy?
Sure, the up is getting back on course. I haven't been on course properly. I've played 2 rounds of golf this year, so it's nice to get a lesson, get on course with my coach for the first time so you can see what I'm about. Took a few notes out of Ludwig Aberg's time sheet or checklist in that I get over the ball and I just hit it. There ain't no looking at the target no more. Got to practice with my son at the weekend in the academy in Tralee. So a lot of memories made there over the last couple of days. And the down, I've not been as productive as I'd like over the last week for this podcast and for my own.
Oh, same.
On the other thing.
That's okay.
So yeah, I pride myself on time management. I'm a bit poor on that.
That's okay.
But we'll do better. We'll do better.
We will do better. We really will, because we love doing this and it's so much fun. We have a Masters special coming out. We have a special guest coming on the podcast as well. Are we allowed to say? Do we keep our listeners
Well,
waiting?
we'll keep the listeners waiting. But next week won't be so conversation based. I think it will be a bit of what's what on the week, maybe. I might do a name this player, but we're going to dig into golf fashion next week with a certain someone whom many people might follow. So if you have questions about apparel, we put up last week around what you think is acceptable in terms of streetwear on course, etc. We'll have a conversation around maybe, if I went to hurling training or rugby training or football training or soccer training and I was wearing, I don't know, a Ralph Lauren polo shirt.
Yes.
I wasn't wearing a jersey and gas shorts, but I showed up in like cargo shorts and a polo shirt. Would I be allowed to train? Maybe. Told go and find some gear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if I rocked up to Wimbledon in all black, wouldn't get in the gate as a player, would I? It's Wimbledon whites, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, give us your thoughts on golf fashion. What you think is acceptable? Again, opinions.
Yeah.
Opinions are great. Let's discuss them.
Definitely.
Let's open up what's acceptable in some places and maybe in others.
Yeah. And just one more thing before we wrap up. So I put a little question box out earlier and we had a couple of people message us, and I just want to say the first one from one of our good friends, Andrew McCormick.
Oh, yes.
He said, you might educate Paddy on past major winners. Hashtag
Oh, yeah.
Sergio.
I meant to address this at the top of the episode. Yeah. Everything I say is subject to fact check.
Yeah.
And when you ask me who's the best player never to win a major, in my opinion, quick fire, got in the hop.
Yeah.
Came out with Sergio, but he obviously did win a green jacket. So I like to rescind that answer.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And
I'd probably say current day Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah. Or like,
Rory, he hasn't won majors.
And then the other one, which we'll leave until next week's podcast, but I actually thought it was a really good comment, and he knows that you're trying to enter this as well. So he mentioned +2 required for L&B Scratch Cup mental. Yeah. What do you think it will be for the mid-am? And I said, oh my gosh, we will absolutely discuss this, because obviously Paddy is trying to get into the mid-am in Port Salon, and so is this gentleman. So that's one we'll cover next week, and we'll be keen to hear everybody's feedback on it.
Okay, so next week, our handicap's ludicrous and fashion. They go hand in hand, All right, folks, from me, Paddy.
And me, Eimear.
That's Grass Social, episode 20. Talk to you next week.
Over and out.
Slán.